Fuck that class you skip, boy, truancy. Y'all boys losing big time. Wanna talk about...
Welcome back to the PBC. It's your boy, K9s, giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Like I always tell you, my brothers and my sisters out there, big salute to the ones in the chat, everybody listening from afar, everybody that's taking care of these animals, across the world, doing what they gotta do with these pets. Got some dog talk today. Hope everybody having a great day across the board, across the world. We just gonna get straight into it, man. I'm gonna talk about why this is my last dog show, and I'm not talking about digital dog show. I'm talking about dog show, period. When it comes, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna take that back. This is my last time getting a dog ready for a dog show in that way, and I'm gonna just say it like this, it takes a lot to get a dog in tip-top shape. Now, when you have these dogs that some dogs just born like that, you don't have to work them, and that falls good for the person who's competing in the show. That's good for you in that standpoint. But everybody dog isn't like that, and at the end of the day, in order to get one like that, it takes a lot of time, money, as well as other things. And the thing is, what I noticed and what I learned from getting Mellow Yellow ready for this show in October, like I said, 8 weeks that I'm working her, this can be 8 weeks that I'm making some real money training somebody's dog. Time is something you can't get back at the end of the day. And this the thing, I love the dogs, but I look at it from a realist point of view. Me myself, I'm like I told you before, I'm not focused on trying to get 100 dogs. I'm a podcaster and a dog trainer. I'm focused on my crafts. You know what I'm saying? And when I get to talking about these old stories and a lot of that stuff like that, sometimes it take you off track, because at the end of the day, a lot of these brothers, they don't have the willpower to even want to do right. They just want to stay fucked up forever. So you're wasting your time. So at the end of the day, man, it's just like, big salute. I want to send a big salute and a big shout out to everybody that gets their dog ready for these confirmation shows, from ADBA to ADBPR to the Samurai Digital Dog Show to all the dog shows. Big salute to you when you get your dog ready, for the ones who do work their dogs, because it's not no easy job. And that's why I say as well, when these judges, when you go to playing favoritism, when you go to cheating and different things and just automatically awarding the winner of certain dog shows, particularly the ADBA, you're awarding the winner to the people who either pay for the shows or either have something to do with the shows, or either somebody that in actuality they don't got the best dog. That's not fair to the people that's spending 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks or more getting their dog ready for a particular show that they coming to across the country. That's totally not fair, And like I said, you got brothers out there who got dogs where they don't even have to work them. They just look like they in shape, and that's where certain dogs take advantage in the show world, where in, the other world, that shit wouldn't mean anything, but in the show world, it means something, for at least it means a little bit, like I said, you don't even have to work your dog. They just built that way. I had one off of, I want to say off the Garner's Akuma stuff. I want to say that's what it was off of. Naturally built dog, run the chain all day long. I can just take him out to any show, and you think I got him in the keep. Some dogs just built like that, And like I said, for me, I can't speak this for everybody. And this don't mean I'm stopping my podcast, I'm stopping my dog shows, stopping my interview. I ain't stopping none of that. I ain't slowing down none of that. Ain't no brakes being pushed. But I'm just telling you, me, myself, I can be the judge at the dog shows. I can be just somebody doing a episode at a dog show. You know, I'm not slackening on what I'm doing with the dogs. I'm just letting it be known that if you're trying to call me out, or if you're wondering why I'm not at this show or taking this dog, because I'm not participating in that. I'm doing a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I will participate in the shows. You know, I'll be there. And if I take a dog, I'm not gonna say I won't work one to go there. You know, but I'm not gonna put the time that I'm putting in one now to go there. I don't got it. You know, before I spend 8 weeks, I could train 2 dogs in that amount of time. You know, and I'm talking about fully trained 2 grown dogs in that amount of time, if I really want to. You know, and this keep is something I really want to do. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm looking at like 8 weeks. You know, not saying, and that's another thing. You know, brothers may want to put high bets on stuff like that, but when you put high bets on stuff like that, you got to have it regulated to the point where everybody feel like their money fair and their money safe. You know what I'm saying? And they getting a fair shot at the other man money. You can't be betting. You know, we can't bet $1,000. You know, on a show, and then it's all one-sided. You know what I'm saying? It got to be fair across the board when you putting that high dollar on it. And then the high dollar is what's going to, you know, bring a lot of brothers to the table. Because if a brother feel like you want to bet 1,000 on it and it's legitimate as far as the judging wise, they can feel that way. Not saying nobody isn't legitimate. Not saying that at all, because I feel like everybody is. You know, ADBA have their problems, you know, but they'll sort through it eventually. But for the most part, you know, all the other dog shows, everybody legitimate. And the thing is, it's just a lot of work into it, man. A lot of work into it. And like I said, I got nothing but respect for the brothers and sisters that compete in them shows. You know, got respect for the ones that got the dogs that's automatically in shape. But big salute to them brothers that bust their ass to do what they got to do to get them dogs looking a certain kind of way. You know, I can't give y'all boys this thing right here all the time now. You're going to get this workout program. You're going to get this keep right here. I'm about to give it to you coming up in the next few weeks. Like I told you, I got videos dropping. Yeah, but I just can't drop them yet. You know what I'm saying? A little too early. little too early. AQ, a little too early. They coming though. You know what I'm saying? I can only do this one time, man. Give it to you one time. You know? And I got the right dog with me. You know? The head of the bay. When I say the head, I mean I had Bo. These dogs that we communicate eye to eye. We see eye to eye. Merino and Mellow Yellow. We see eye to eye. When it's time to go to war, we go to war. When it's time to go to battle, we go to battle. You know? When it's time to stick a fork in their ass, we stick a fork in their ass. We got to teach them. See, it comes a point in a time when you have to teach some folk, not talking about nobody particular. It comes a point in a time when you have to teach people who they're dealing with. See, when I was 20, I had to teach old schoolers who the fuck they was dealing with. Oh, you think because I'm a youngster, I'm a sucker. I was a sucker one time. But you learn from your mistakes unless you a double sucker. I learned from my mistakes. Played it the way I needed to play it. And struck how I needed to strike. And made the move I needed to make. So like I said, man, you know, I will say this. I think the dog shows are great things for all brothers to compete in. You know, I'm just speaking on my what I got going on as far as with the dogs. If I'm gonna spend that much time in working a dog, and this don't matter about who show I'm talking about. I can go to ADBA show, you know. I can work a dog 8 weeks for the ADBA show just to get a big trophy. Why the fuck I'm gonna do that when I can work a dog, train a dog for 8 weeks and get a big stack? It's like when I get them, spend 8 weeks to take them and get them right for a dog show, you can look at the dog and you can't really see my work. Only way you can see my work is you think you see my work, because like I said before, some people bring dogs out that look like they got work in them with no work. So you can't be fooled by some of that stuff. But when I train one, you see him in action. Action speaks louder. That's why I say when this 8-week keep right here, I'm doing training and stuff with Mellow Yellow. There's no purpose for me to even do all that exercise work and don't get no training in. You know, the training is going to last her the longest. I always say that. I'm going to work 8 weeks just to get you in shape, and then in 2 weeks, all that's gone. Or you looking a whole different way because I'm feeding you different now. I work you 8 weeks of training just as hard as I did that exercise. You ain't forgetting none of that shit. Mellow Yellow 3 years old and still remember stuff that I haven't taught her since she was a puppy, like speak, the bark on command. I give you that on video as well. You know, I give you that on video. I won't like talk about it, like to show it. But I ain't taught her that since she was a puppy, but she still remembers it. Now, she can't speak yet as good as Marino used to can do it, but she's learning. And when I say learning, because she know how to do it, but the way Mellow Yellow speaks is like she comes from the inner, she don't really bark. She make a funny, you'll see when she do it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Marino do more of a bark, you know, and he just bark and do it. Mellow Yellow more of a bark, grunt type. You'll hear it. It's hard to explain, you know, but I'm trying to get her to just be vocal with it. Stop bringing it from the inner core. She like to bring it from the inner core, and I could tell it takes a lot of energy from her just to speak. You know, just bark, all I'm asking you. You know, it's not that serious. And that's what Marino, he just bark. But Mellow Yellow, she got to build it up and do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's all about enjoying your dogs out here, enjoying yourself, living life, enjoying your family, being with your family out here, not putting yourself in risk and no kind of harm's way, whether it's with the law, whether it's with somebody that's just hating on you, period. You know, how long can you go with a good dog before somebody hating on you? They either trying to steal your dog or they going to tell on you when you go to the show. Like, that's why I always say, how many times you going to see a dog make grand champion in modern day time and be able to brag about it? You know what I'm saying? See, you can make it and shut your mouth. Or I'm going to say it like this, because me saying shut your mouth sound like I'm going with the program. You can make it if you was quiet and then brought it out as so and so and so. You know, that's the only way. It don't work that way in modern day times. Everybody want to brag. Everybody need that ego. Everybody need all that stuff. So they talk. And by the time they make it to the fifth, they done got this whole thing inside of, you know, alphabet boys and everybody. By the time you made your fifth, because you talk too much. But they say I be gossiping. But I mean, hey, I just give it to you how I give it to you. Don't give a damn if you like it or not. You know? You ain't gonna like everything that's good for you. I keep telling you that. I've been told y'all brothers and sisters that, man. You ain't gonna like everything that's good for you. Now, I will say, I will be taking in a dog or two for training and obedience training this year. You know, for anybody that's interested, let you know now. You know, when it comes to obedience, it's money up front. I don't do no training until I'm paid in full. You know, your dog will come back trained. You know, and this is the thing I always say. We not making remote controls. These dogs, when you say train, these dogs aren't remote controls where you can just send your money or pay your money. I train your dog, and it's like that forever. It don't work that way. And specifically, it depends on your dog age, and none of that depends on the age. You gotta constantly keep this stuff up. You know, the thing I'm doing is I'm putting you in the place to keep it going. You know, you got to keep it going. You don't have to do it the way I do it every day, all the time, or nothing like that. But you got to do it the right way and do it. But instead of you trying to get out there and do it 1,000 times just to get her first sit, or 2,000 times just to get her first sit, nah, you got it where you can just tell her to sit and go ahead and work it from there. Or make her lay and work it from there. Or make her whatever and work it from there. Instead of having to do 5,000 repetitions before she even start getting it right. Some of these commands you may have to do it 1,000, 2,000 times. Some of these commands you may have to do them 5,000. Some of them they pick up, you know, kind of fast. Some of the ones that you may not think they pick up fast, they may pick it up fast. And then the ones you think they gonna learn fast, it may take them a couple weeks to learn it. You know, so like I said, I'll be taking a few dogs in, man, throughout the end of the year. So just hit me up if you're interested. But I will tell you, like I tell everybody, you know, if you're looking for something cheap, you got to go holler at the cheap brothers. You're looking for something free, you got to go holler at the free brothers. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I ain't in this to make friends. I'm in this to make money. I ain't in this all I'm trying to do is make you happy, satisfy you, and give what you ask for, a trained dog. You know. Other than that, everything else is business. I appreciate all the love from brothers and sisters across the world, across the country, from city to city, state to state. You know, but it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Now, my thing is when it comes to my program with these dogs, to take all the knowledge that I ever received from anything and use it. You know, what's the purpose of going through certain things throughout your life if you ain't going to use it in other situations? You know, that's what makes you sharp. That's what one of the sayings, iron sharpen irons. You know, it's like, what's the purpose? It's like you still going through the sharpener, but you raise the sharp, but you still trying to sharpen yourself. You know? What's the purpose? You know, we take losses. You learn from your losses. I learned from losing, and I come back and you win. You know? If you don't even like when it comes to these dogs, you see different bloodlines throughout your days. Some you like, some you don't like. You see some, you know, you just see different things. You see dogs that people speak high on that you never seen that out of. And I may speak high on yellow dogs, and then you have brothers that say, well, I never seen yellow dogs do the things that he say. You know what I'm saying? It be like that. You know, but you use your knowledge, what you got, that add to your program. You don't keep going in circles. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing the same thing. You know, the same way I say why some of these brothers with grandkids, great grandkids out here moving like 19-year-olds, you know, the same way. You know, you take what you learn, anybody and anything. You know, you take what you learned in the past and you move forward with it and make better moves with it. You know, so if you know breeding this way made you curves, then breed different this time. If you know the certain kind of dogs don't go good with your program, then you go different. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you gotta, what I say, you gotta know your dog, right? You gotta know your dog because you can't let me get up here and talk about any bloodline, particular bloodline, and deter you from what you got going on in your program because you got to know your dogs and got to understand this is entertainment that we up here doing, you know? So at the end of the day, entertainment plus realness when it comes to these dogs, you know? But at the end of the day, a lot of this and majority of this stuff is opinionated, you know? So you can't let me stop you from getting Eli dogs or Bolio or yellow dogs or Jeep dogs or make you only want to buy yellow dogs because you got to know your dogs that you running, what your plan is and what your plan is for the future. You know, having a great bulldog is all we all want. But no matter how much we say that, everybody got their own preferences to dogs, bloodlines and all. And no matter what some of these old school brothers say about being kennel this and kennel blind this, and listen here, man. Listen, no matter how good some dogs be, they'll never have it on their yard just because of where the dog come from. It's kennel blindness. You won't accept the dog because of who it come from. Which means you accepting bullshit because of your pride. See, they don't know how to explain that, right? They always talk about, I want to talk about kennel blindness, kennel blindness, kennel blindness. I keep telling y'all, brothers, the same way as a thin line between legal and illegal when you're talking about them pit bulls, it's a thin line between kennel blindness and you don't know my damn business. You know, you don't know my business. You don't see what I see. You haven't saw what I saw or seen what I seen in these particular dogs. And I'm not talking about the big giant dogs. I'm just talking about in general for anybody that may be thinking like that with any person. They be calling kennel blindness, kennel blind. Man, you just ain't seen what I seen. You done bought damn 30 dogs from these dogs, but you still ain't seen what the fuck I seen. And that's what we have a hard time at as well. Liking what you like and let me like what the fuck I like. We got a hard time of you liking what you like and me just being cool, liking what I like, but I don't have to like what you like. You know what I'm saying? It's just like out here in these streets and all that. Everybody wants you to be doing the same things they doing. If you ain't doing the same things they doing, they feel like, oh, you not happy or you this or listen, man. Happiness is just like a dog, a good dog. You find it where you find it at. Some of y'all looking in the wrong places. you getting unhappiness and y'all getting curves. Looking in the wrong places. You know, you got to take everything you learn, man, and no matter, you know, when it was. If 4 years ago, take whatever you learned. 5, 10 years ago, take whatever you learned and keep applying it to the program that you got. You know, you no matter how much you hate, no matter how much you jealous of a person or a different kennel or whoever, you know where you got your best dogs from. If you got your best dogs from a person who you may not be getting along with now, you can lie to yourself. I mean, you can lie to other people, but you can't lie to yourself, like I always say. You know, a lot of these brothers is content with lying to themselves. And the bad part about it is when I know you lying to yourself, you know. What it is, my brothers, it is what it is, you know. like I always say, man, hope everybody having a great day out there and taking care of them animals and doing what they got to do. You know, if you want me to raise a puppy that I bred, if you want me to raise them and train them till they get about 6 months old, I can do that. Give me $5,000, somewhere around that area. You know, and I breed them. You buying a puppy, and you getting them trained in obedience, and you can pick them up at 6 months. I'm taking care of the food, the worm, everything, housing, clean up, all that, plus the training. $5,000. Don't call me, don't talk to me about raising and training no puppy that I bred and picking them up when he's older. We ain't talking about at least $5,000. And it may go up more. It just depends on what you want. You know? Now, like I always say, man, big salute to all them brothers out there doing the right things, all them sisters out there doing the right things with these dogs. It don't get no easier out here. Big salute to the brothers across the board that's doing the positive things out here with these dogs. It don't get no easier, my brothers. You know, it just is what it is. Like I always say, man. Like I always say, one thing I know sometimes, they want you to do good, just not better than them. And that's the situation a lot of the times. Folk act like they want you to do good, just not better than them. And that's why I told you, happiness is where you find it. If some folk feels content with being happy, what makes them happy being is all that matters. You know, they wouldn't mind lifting you up to be above them because they happy over here. I'm happy, man. Here you go, fam. Do you. Boom. But no, some folk, like I said, oh, he gonna be doing something. He gonna be more happier than me. He gonna be doing more things than me. He gonna be doing. Come on, man. It's where you find it at, my brothers and my sisters. Like I said before, like Nas always say, you hate what they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand that what makes you happy don't make me happy. And what makes me happy don't make you happy. You don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So you hate what you don't understand. I'm just here to give you that damn dog news. Keep your ass off that news if you don't want to be on it. Simple as that. Hey, that's all I got to say about that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be on it. You better walk right out you. See, another thing I'm starting to notice, it's starting to be more fights at them bully dog shows as well. You know what that mean, right? Too much talking going on. How many times have you seen fights at working dog shows? Where they out there doing the bite work and the stuff and any kind of training and stuff like that. How many times have you seen fights out there? You may have seen bites. You may have seen dog bites or people getting bit by a dog accidentally or something like that. But how many times have you seen fights? Because they let the dogs do the talking. Less talking, more action with the dogs. You know? Y'all boys in that dog game, y'all would have been all right if y'all have less talking and more action with the dogs. Y'all got more action, more talking and less action with the dogs and wonder why your ass up on the news. Then you get mad with me. You don't want me to talk for 5 minutes, but you talked for a whole 8 weeks. That's why your ass got jammed the way you got jammed. Yeah, see, now we about to get into some dog talk. See, I told y'all I was going to make a lesson out of this. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I'm tired of and been tired of is when I don't do something, hearing it across these platforms and different things. You know, I told y'all that I didn't have anything to do about putting Big Ralph's situation out on YouTube, right? And I told y'all I'm going to teach you when I put a situation out on YouTube, I really put a situation out on YouTube. Understand the difference. You know what I'm saying? So go back and look at my show then and check my show out now that I'm dropping. The last one that I spoke about it and this one that I'm speaking about it right now. You check this out and then go check the video that y'all mad about out. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to get lessons from this. I told y'all before, you know, Big Ralph type brother be at the dog shows and oh, don't be with this person. Don't be with that person. Don't hang with this person. Don't hang with that person. You the type of person that want to pick and choose my friends, right? You the type of brother that want to pick and choose my friends. And I told y'all, nobody bigger than the program out here. Oh, you think this old man more valuable than this 16, 17-year-old? A life is a life. Trouble is trouble. Nobody bigger than the program. So now, we talking about going out of state, like I said before, to a dog fight with fentanyl on y'all. I didn't bring that up last time. How the fuck you go to an out-of-state dog fight with fentanyl on you? Let me take it back to my time, right? So I can try to just figure out where this shit coming from. You know what I'm saying? Let me go back to my time. We in the 90s, early 2000 maybe, you know, and we're going to a show, and I'm in South Carolina, so let's just say I'm going to Mississippi. Let's just say I'm going to Mississippi, Alabama. You know, matter of fact, that's too close. That ain't but a couple states down. Let's just say I'm going up there like Baltimore, Maryland or something, right? 90s. We're going to think about 90s drugs. Fentanyl wasn't around then. I'm going to a dog fight. Why in the fuck, F-U-C-K, fuck, would I take cocaine with me if I'm not using it? Why would I take weed with me if I'm not using it? I'm going to Baltimore. These brothers should have whatever they need up there. I'm going out of state. I'm not trying to supply none of these fools. My dog don't need no cocaine. My dog don't need no weed. So if I'm taking something, it's my own personal consumption. Like I said before, why is a 70-some-year-old man in the car with fentanyl, gun, scarred up dog, a trophy that say best in show, and you want me to feel sorry? With 3 different stories, and you want me to feel sorry? Who came up with this plan? But you the same man want to pick people friends. Straight up told the whole dog operation. Oh, we was doing this in the box. He set the box up early. He take the box down. They was there with dogs when I got there, this and that and this and that. Because you should have had your old ass home doing what granddaddies and great granddaddies do. I bet you that's what your wife tell you, but you want to get mad at me. Truth hurts sometimes, right? The truth don't mean I'm saying something wrong. It may hurt, but it don't mean I'm saying something wrong. That's why I told some of y'all brothers, man. Some of y'all ain't bulldoggers the way you think you bulldoggers. I take some of that conversation and shit you say this far. Don't even go in one ear and out the other. It don't even come in. Man, I ain't listening to that bullshit. Because the dog game want it one way. You got a bunch of made up heroes. In 2025, it's about showing and proving. Out here in these trenches. You either gonna do or you gonna get done. Plain out and simple. Now explain to me why you got fentanyl on the damn interstate going to a dog fight with a gun. Explain to me that shit. Gossiping, whatever you want to call me, gossiper. You're fucking right, I'm gossiping. Why in the hell you got fentanyl? Oh, let me find out. Oh, you thought it was cocaine. Oh, you just a low budget hustler must be. You know, I keep telling y'all boys, man. Get your weight up, man. Get your fucking weight up. Gun, fentanyl, scarred up dog, and a damn trophy. and weed. And 3 different stories. And you don't tell me that should be the talk of the dog community? I should have blew that shit up when I first got it. This is why I tell brothers, ain't no friends in this shit. I ain't trying to be none of y'all motherfucking friends. You know what I'm saying? Real is real. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Cause some of these boys, man, they willing for a whole state to get took under the ground in order to protect these folk out here. But you mad with me because I say that. Yeah, you willing for the whole South Carolina to go down. Not one man, but the whole South Carolina to go down because of somebody that you want to hold on a high pedestal that's out here fucking up. I ain't just start this dog talk and this dog news yesterday, last month, 6 months ago. These motherfuckers been heard me talking this shit. That 70-something-year-old cat heard this dog talk long time ago. But you thought it wasn't real? But no, Arkansas State Trooper Highway Patrol showed you it was real, and they gave it to you on camera, and y'all still trying to figure out a way to be mad at me about it. You think I give a damn? That's why I'm giving my brothers and sisters a lesson now. Don't never take no fucking fentanyl when you're going to do something illegal. I don't give a damn if you're going to rob a bank, if you're going to, whatever you're going to do. Illegal. Why would you take fentanyl if you ain't going to use it right then? A real G, at least the kind of people I came up around and got pulled over with drugs, throw it in your mouth, shackle it up one. You ain't got a mean shackle game. I ain't got to even tell you what shackle is. You know, real hustlers know what shackle is. You ain't got a mean shackle game. You better have a mean eat game. Or you wind up on the damn dog news when you got a scarred up dog in the car and you ain't want to eat it. That's for sure. See, a lot of y'all mad at me because I exposed your stupid ass ways instead of you not mad at me because I did something wrong. You just mad at me because, oh, he know you stupid as hell. Oh, she know you stupid as hell. You want to act like you big you and you out here making these little petty ass damn moves. How the fuck you big you when I keep telling y'all brothers. You get around folk, you want to act high sedity, and then you go over here doing low budget shit. You get around these folk acting like you're fast lane. You get around these folk acting like I say, high sedity. Over here doing backyard boogie shit. Fentanyl. Dogs. Tell me, is you giving the dog fentanyl? If you was giving the dog fentanyl and you then did what you had to do, I would have threw the rest of it away. I'm not riding back with it. And then it wasn't a lot of fentanyl. It was a little bit of fentanyl, which let me know you's a petty hustler. You know? And like I said, man, I'm from that area for all that fentanyl, so I don't even understand y'all boys today, and I ain't gonna try to understand what you got going on, because every last one of y'all I see getting caught up talking about fentanyl. Like, y'all can't even see. When y'all here buying that petty shit, 9 times out of 10, your cocaine got fentanyl in it. And guess what? See, when I say this type of stuff, you don't even understand it. It go in one of your dumbass ears and out the other. You know, you can't see it when I tell you about dope and dogs. You can't see it. What do you think fentanyl is? Over the past 10 years, we all know across the country they dropped the crack. The crack sentences has been dropped. From the 90s, you get, like we always say, you get caught with something small, your ass is gone 15 years. So that shit dropped. Brothers might get probation. Brothers might get a year. Might not get no time, whatever. But now they got fentanyl in it. You don't got no winning situation. So now when you get caught with your little bit of shit, oh, it's fentanyl, and you still gonna get your 15 to 20 years. And this the thing, dog, how in the fuck do y'all even feel comfortable selling something that'll take your life when you touch it the wrong way or breathe it the wrong way? When I was in the game, I mean, I done bagged up so much shit. I done told you, you walk in the room and nothing but dust flying. Not nothing where you're going to, like, I'm talking about you can look, how you look in the air and you can see dust particles, dust flying everywhere. I would have been deceased if this was modern day times and that same exact thing happened. That was straight pure cocaine. I can't understand y'all boys. You know, I have to go at weed if I was trying to do anything illegal nowadays, and they trying to put that shit in weed. What's the purpose? And I'm not about to get on that, you know what I'm saying? But we just talking about this lesson right here with this brother riding on the interstate from a dog fight with some damn fentanyl and a hot-ass gun. You know, dog, what the fuck you got the gun for? And this little, see, the shit don't match. You take the gun when you got big bread. You don't take the little bit of fentanyl if you got big bread. That lets me know it wasn't a whole lot of big bread. No matter what you want, it wasn't a lot of big bread for you to be taking that gun with. You know, a smart brother knows why risk the, okay, let's take all this back, right? Why risk this dog, if this dog is important, why risk this dog for this little bit of fentanyl? Why risk us going to jail for this little bit of fentanyl? Why risk us going to jail when we not coming down here for no problems to tote a gun? You see, when you bring guns in situations, sometimes you bring problems in the situations. A lot of times, if you leave the gun, you don't have to worry about a lot of things. And I'm talking about anything in general in life, period. When you start living your life by the gun, it's the old saying. You live by the gun, you die by it. They lived by the gun, they died by the gun on the highway. It don't necessarily always have to mean literally lose your life. You know? Same thing you riding about, same thing gonna take you out. Same thing you rode about, same thing took you out. You and y'all crew, like I said before, the little 19-year-old get the exception. Because if I'm 19 years old and I'm rolling with a 70-some-year-old and a elder brother, another brother in his 20s or 30s, I'm not thinking that y'all making them jackass moves. I'm sitting in the car and riding. You know? I'm trying to enjoy myself. So I'm not going to put that blame on the 19-year-old. And this is the thing. If the 19-year-old is the one that had the match, he's the one that set up the match, that makes the 70-some-year-old look even more like a jackass. So I'm not going to put it on the 19-year-old because I don't want to do that. Fentanyl. Guns. Dogs. Something had to give, man. Something had to give. Now, when it comes to guns, I'm going to tell you like this. If you're not a felon, not a convicted felon, then just toting a firearm is going to be illegal possession of a firearm or something like that, and it's not no real big felony. It's just possession of a firearm. You pay a pay fine or get you some kind of bull job. They may put you on probation. It just depends on how that judicial system going on around there. You know, but it ain't nothing, it's nothing serious. Because all you did was got caught with a firearm. Now, if they want to say it's stolen or something like that, that's another whole ball game. But just the firearm itself, it's just possession of a firearm. It'd be a pay fine. So that's not serious. But when you got fentanyl in a firearm, it's something different. When you got fentanyl, dogfighting, and a firearm, it's something even more different. You know? So, I mean, hey, let's talk about it. You know, this is what a show would have looked like and sound like if I would have really did a show about that situation. You know? And I ain't even got to the damn All the stuff that he was talking to the damn sergeant about in the damn interrogation room, I ain't even got to that. So let's see here. When one sergeant left the room with him from getting all that information and went to the other room with the younger fella with the fentanyl and say, yo, we done got the whole story. What's the story on your end? See, this the thing. With that fentanyl, they know you either got it from where you came from or you got it from where you going back to. One or the other. With them dogs, you don't think after he got in that interrogation room, did what he did, they went back to that place, that location where them dogs was at? See, we don't hear about none of that that's going on. But you can bet your bottom dollar it did go on. Or either going on right now. See, my thing ain't to get up here and try to bash nobody. I just know that everybody do the bashing, everybody do the name calling, everybody do the user this or user that. But when you get in certain situations, it ain't no more of that tough talk. Now, he ain't the only one I done reported on that did dumb things. Raw bull. You know, you got whole straight busted on the dog news. You was on the dog news. And then you turn right back around, ordering drugs from overseas in your name back. Come on, man. And then you got a video circulating around with you bragging about setting up dog fights. Come on. This is what he don't want exposed in the dog game. I ain't did nothing wrong. I mean, hey, I've been doing this dog thing for a few years now. And not one dog brother said, I got they dogs too. I ain't in the business of that, brothers. I'm in the business of reporting that news and giving my opinion on it. Freedom of speech is what they say, especially over the past couple weeks. Freedom of speech, huh? Giving that dog news and giving my opinion on it and just telling you what I see out here when it comes to, you know, everything in general with these dogs. I done seen brothers get in domestic disputes with their old ladies and end up with dog fighting charges. Did it on the news. I done seen brothers with child support warrants end up with dog fighting charges. Did it on the news. I done seen brothers, big time dope dealers, end up with dog fighting charges. Did it on the news. Like, I mean, it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Sometimes, you know, a brother can just, the things a brother or person say, let you know how deep they're in this game. You see, the dog news ain't gonna be understood by a majority of folk because a lot of y'all ain't even been in the dog game. So you wouldn't know how to take such information and make it useful to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just don't understand the value to that type of stuff. So you can run around and say, oh, this, call a man this name, call a man that name, you know, all because of dogs. I done had my family up here, you know, like I said before, I done raised plenty of videos for brothers. Brothers seem like they just can't erase any video with my family. Fuck friends up here now, you know. When I say that, I mean, hey, if I say it, I'm standing on it on my channel. You try to look out for folk, look out for this, look out for that, and all they do at the end is get you bit in the ass. You know, hey man, it just is what it is. Like I always say, I hope y'all having a great day out there, staying safe. It's hot, hot, and it's, at least over here it's hot and it's cooling down a little bit. You know, in the mornings it be in the 60s, and in the afternoon it may be in the 80s, and it's hot, but the humidity not high. See, if it's in the 80s and we got high humidity, it may feel like 90-some degrees out there, or you be sweating like a mug. I can go out there now and enjoy myself without sweating real bad and all that, and it's still good and hot, you know. So good weather out here, man. We about to get ready for that winter. At least my brothers up north, they get the early winters. They about to get ready for it. Them boys up north say they skip falls. Them boys say they go straight from summer to winter. You know, so we about to get into it, man. Like I said, we in football season. And to my man J-Rock, I'm about to get off in that ass and that Madden tonight, buddy. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, you know, and I hope you're watching. Like I told you, big salute to you, my brother. Big salute to you. But I'm gonna run that. I got them plays set up tonight. You gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Defense, offense, lockdown, everything lockdown, shut down. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Y'all stay legal out there. PB K9s, and I'm out.